Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on GFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program, for here we bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, most start with today's news. On my mandatory spirit, where they call London Evening Standard, don't come outside, they let us know say Arsenal they struggle to get terms and conditions with Mikhail Mudryk of Shakhtar Donetsk. Not only the terms, I talk about the transfer fee. Like Arsenal they struggle to agree to come to an agreement with Shakhtar and see the scenarios where they paint now because they explain them in detail. Now the major problem is say for that Ukrainian league, yes, the Arsenal the first position. Now they qualify to the Champions League. That's why most times when you check the Champions League format, now only one Ukrainian team they always did there. I don't think I've seen any other one. I think that is the Shakhtar Donetsk. So now Shakhtar they feel say if they sell their star player to go join Arsenal, it will hamper their chances to get for them to end first position and now qualify for Champions League. So the ideal situation would have been that let the season end, then go win the league, secure the Champions League qualification, then sell the boy and move on. But now we'll be saying now midway through the season and we are expecting them to sell their star player to us. How you go beef now? Us, so we go fit sell them. Now be the major problem with Arsenal face. And at the same time, Arsenal no one also agree their own valuation. Arsenal they look say okay, make them bring the price down. So that is the tricky situation where we find ourselves now. So I never know how it go. At the same time, Mikhail Mudryk see they push. And of course they hear say no matter how bad Mudryk won't join Arsenal, he no go bite the fingers we don't feed them for a very long time. He no go put in a transfer request. Say though they know in mind, they know where in heart they get so, but he's not going to force a move. That is where we find ourselves now. So more just the watch. Maybe before January, like I always say in football, anything can happen within a twinkle of an eye. A phone call can just change the whole scenario. You get so more just the watch how things they go. So more just the watch. So away from that, so for the friend who played yesterday for the Emirates Stadium, so Juventus don't beat Arsenal 2-0, despite it they use a substandard team. But don't be saying the team too bad like that because I haven't seen Manuel Locatelli way even play. He gets. But for the match, me I no watch him because I don't get the link to watch him. But people who watch him say the match okay, I go watch the highlight. Arsenal do 2 own goals. They take Rob Holding and Granit Xhaka. So they say Juventus no even come outside because you know go compare person watch highlights and person watch the full match. So people who watch the full match, they call it claim me say Juventus no really come outside. See that they play 10 man behind the ball. So now Arsenal and Pepe they just the unfortunate. So we concede 2 own goals. And another thing that happen for the match that the fact say Reece Nelson can't get a hamstring injury to compound our woes. So what it mean now be say if Martinelli gets injury now, we don't have a replacement for Martinelli. If Saka gets injury now, we don't have another replacement for Saka. Or just want to put in a Marquinhos down in the deep blue sea, making go thrive, more see what he go do. So these are the issues, the matters arising when they face us this morning. This one goes to buttress the point of why we really need a winger this January. Why we really need to go all out and sign a Mikhail Mudryk because I don't want to be the constant name we don't hit us on and on. That is more reason why we need to go and sign him no matter the amount so there's a place on head. Just sign him. No, as we know how good he is already. Sign him, bring in him. Let us see what we can do. So now what's it with this check now? So we'll just watch now. Because I watched that way Reece Nelson they come aside. Even for media set themselves, when they ask Arteta about Reece Nelson, Babaka just say it is not a good thing. Like the sight was not good because this guy played for at least 20 minutes and he came out as he just get that injury. The way in facial expression, when just they come outside, go no say no. The thing na a lengthy stuff because if doesn't know be something really serious, he go still dey there. So my brother and sisters, at the matter we'll find ourselves with this. So now away from that, so Dean Jones come outside. They let us know say Arsenal go sign Gabriel Jesus replacement, and what Arsenal they look for now a player that can play anywhere across the front three, so that after they sign the person, maybe deputize for Gabriel Jesus, probably play in the center forward role. Who knows? Then when Gabriel Jesus come back, they will come carry the person put for another position, which means what Arteta is looking for is a versatile striker, somebody in the mold of Gabriel Jesus that can play left, right, and center forward. And Mikhail Mudryk fits that bill. Not just Mikhail Mudryk, then Cody Gakpo also fits that bill. They can play center forward, they can play left, right, even the midfield role. They can play directly behind the striker. That's what they got. They play. They can even play there and they control proceedings. So I don't know how Arsenal will do all this thing, because it can't be like say injury just they hit us. Like Ateta they talk and say we don't get everybody. We don't know those where they injured. We don't know those where they injured. The last final piece of the puzzle, we are monitoring Saliba. Maybe they don't go throw Saliba in the deep blue sea. Maybe Baba go get injured or something, because a World Cup final is a do or die affair. Everybody will want to die for their country. So I pray and I made them not give the guy injury. So that's the final person who will monitor. But just see how it go. Today night be World Cup final, and I think it's in the afternoon. That kind 3 o'clock and 3 something. And they go play. So let's see how things go. Our Stan Collymore also come aside via the Mirror when they do an interview. So you can say for him, say for this England squad, we go for this World Cup. Say if they say making choose who be the player of the tournament, say it is between 2 players. It is between Bukayo Saka and between Jude Bellingham. So now these 2 players, now him will choose as the player of the tournament, because every time we Saka play, he gets for the 70 minutes and 5 minutes where he play for the match. This guy was a venom. He was a thorn in the flesh of any defender we face him. Like they lick them like a pot of soup. You know they take them play. You know, they let them know why he be the star man of Arsenal. So this is why he's choosing Saka and Jude Bellingham. I say Jude Bellingham really bust the midfield. The way they do some kind of direct run, some kind of carry, ball carry, they move forward. You get say it did very splendid. Say that is why he go choose either of these 2 players. And as something we say nobody go really argue with, because me, I buy that idea. Those 2 players, they were very fantastic. Another news I here where they bust my brain, and the fact says Stan Kroenke they provide Edu Gaspar with £105 million transfer war chest. So now what Arsenal will spend for January get. So I don't know how they want to do this one. Will that money be enough? Because according to reports, Arsenal are looking for 3 players. They look for Mikhailo Mudryk, they look for Vlahovic, and they look for Sergej Milinkovic. So all these 3 players, 9 then they look for. So £105 million, would that be enough? For me personally, I don't think it will be enough. But even if we don't get the 3, if now only 2 if we get, it will go a long way to strengthen our team. Because when you look at it, we don't lose Nelson now, because Nelson for the deputized for Martinelli. But we know so okay, will they find for one person who will cover for Saka, or Nelson can cover for Saka, because he's so technical and gifted that he can play anywhere across left or right. That's how good he is. But now you say don't get your hamstring injury. So now it will make us be very serious with the transfer market and make sure we sign players and hit the ground running, because this is our season. We cannot deny it. Get the gods, even God Almighty said, everybody knows say this season be our season. No why you. Away from that, so when they say PSG won't propose new contracts to Messi, and our monitoring spirit they call Fabrizio Romano. Now come aside and let us know this news. Now, how is this news significant to Arsenal? You know, say Joao Felix, they also won't go join PSG, because if PSG put their projects forward, we'll put our own people who ever go and join PSG. Why? Because they are a star-studded team. A team like Mbappe, Messi, Neymar. You know, say if you go there, you will strengthen them, and if you rule the world, the way France won't try to rule the world now, because this is their time. They have a golden generation of players. In short, those who don't even join the team say still mad gone. So now Fabrizio they explain say if PSG sign Messi, Joao Felix no go fit go there, because if he go there now where he go play. You get, so that they look say if they lose Messi, then they go fit sign Joao Felix to plug that gap. You get that vacant hole, that vacuum where Messi they fill. Now Joao Felix will come fill the void. So now if then, because they offer Messi a new contract, a bumper contract. So if he accepts, then Arsenal will get a better chance of landing the Joao Felix. Now Messi is also tempted by the MLS. They offer him another bumper contract for there. So now Messi will decide after a World Cup where they go. You get, so once all that decision done they made, we will know where everybody stand. Whether Arsenal still stand a chance in signing Joao Felix, we'll find out very soon. Then our monitoring spirit they call sports for the La Liga. Don't come outside, they let us know say Barcelona don't place £1.7 million bid on top of Memphis Depay. So anybody who wants sign, I made a contract. That's about €2 million. So anybody who wants sign Memphis Depay, we will say they need them, but they can collect them. Now, we can get some kind of background story about this Memphis Depay. Talk say the guy don't already get an agreement with Barca before say they would see in contract. So they go join Juventus. But Juventus economic woes come make sure say the guy no fit join there. That's why he can still remain. And the departure of Aubameyang himself can also scatter everything, because Barca no can feel let him go like that. But now you say back around Ferran Torres, and Sufati, Lewandowski, and Memphis Depay. Now they don't have a choice because it's surplus to requirements. Now they need to sell him so that he can move on. He gets. So now I just feel surprised. They say nobody don't come talk, say they won't sign up officially. Everybody's just interest. Talk is cheap. Get. So nobody has gone in to say, okay, I put my hat in the ring. Barcelona, I want to take this guy. Nobody has done that. And the guy they feel say for the World Cup, say the little showing when you go there enough to convince people say he no be finished goods, like he's still good. So well, we'll just the watch now. But I won't be saying nobody panic buy because last now we must sign somebody, but I won't make it be saying that person who wants now we sign, not just that we are signing for signing sake. On my Leicester City, they ready a bid for Onwahi Azzedine, will be Moroccan, and yesterday they prepared £39 million bid for the guy. Nobody Leicester, many clubs they find the guy because of the way the guy take boss the midfield for the World Cup. He played very well for Morocco. Nobody him, even their goalkeeper Bonu. People say they look for him again. So now, as Leicester they go for him, they won't use the guy replace Yuri Tillemans with the Arsenal bound because the guy already tell them say I'm not signing a contract extension. So it is either you guys let me leave in January or I leave for free in the summer. You get, so make your choice. So now Leicester they go for this guy and are they very happy? Say themselves don't they resign to fate? Say this is our star man. We go lose him. We no go feel use and do anything again. He no go sign for us. Now out of respect, Baba just see they play for them. But don't come out since because they no get future ambition. They no get where they go. You get, so that as a deal, even when Paul Messi and Repal or even advice Mikel Arteta say make they go sign that guy. Now the guy may command the bidding war because many people they reason him. So well, now their own luck with that. Maybe let's just do sign him. Make them free our Yuri Tillemans for us. Our Grillo Cardone will be Italian journalist. Don't come outside and let us know. Say Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. Say the guy won't join Arsenal if Arsenal makes a fair offer to Lazio. So if they make that fair offer, say the guy go sign. And for one radio program where they call La Lazio Simonoi, now DA9 this Cardone take explain like a pundit. He came to a radio show, a sports radio show. They call they ask a question about some kind of star players in the Serie A. So they talk about Lazio. Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. So this guy, once upon a time, Arsenal made an offer for him to sign him. He rejected Arsenal because they see Arsenal like they don't have an ambition. Or whether I come and join you, you are not in the Champions League. What am I coming to do there? But now this season, he's saying the fact that Arsenal are going places. For them to be in the first position, 5 points ahead of Man City, like 15 points ahead of Liverpool and co. So come on, nobody takes us, looks us like a joke now. Everybody knows we are the real deal for us to do that in 14 games. Now the second stanza of the league, they know we need reinforcement in some key position. So the pundits are saying if this Sergej Milinkovic-Savic won't join Arsenal, it will take us to a very lofty place. It will carry us go a more higher pedestal because the guy is very good. And they do that kind of thing where this Eriksen they do for Manchester United, a deep line playmaker role that gives you some kind of defense splitting passes. You get all those kind of vibe. Now the guy will give Arsenal. So let's just keep watching how this January. Me I know say this January it will be very interesting. Let's just keep watching. So my dear football lovers, if you don't watch yesterday's show, check the top left corner of your screen. We'll see the thumbnail. Click and see how you get all Arsenal updates as they drop all over the world. So start signing out. Enjoy the rest of your day. Happy Sunday and get out.